Canadian water. Real tunnels. 7-foot tunnels.
Yeah, that was the that was the cat's tunnels. Cat play tunnel.
And hills. Ski hills. Now, just a quick note. So the Devils shut out the Coyotes last night. Arizona's lost 6 straight.
Coyotes.
Sorry.
This is in America.
So, I mean, I don't know where this is good for all these Tank Nation losers. New Jersey's 6 points ahead of the Leafs, but the Coyotes are 6 points behind the Leafs. At least it wasn't a 3-point game for the Leafs last night. Toronto's probably not falling behind Arizona now.
They wanted a 3-point game. New Jersey is red hot. They're only 8 points, only 8 points back.
I know.
Of the 8th place Boston Bruins. They have points in 14 of their last 16.
Lou Lamoriello doesn't want top 5 pick anyway. It'll turn into Adam Larson again or something like that.
So is that your best win or
no? No. What I can go. Let's go best win of the Anaheim Ducks. They were down 2 goals in their home game against the Detroit Red Wings last night and roared back. Now they won in the shootout, but they don't care if the Red Wings really get points at this point. It's about getting points for them. And they ended up with a 4-3 shootout win after trailing 2-0 with 10 minutes left in the game. And Jimmy Howard started to leak a little bit. 3 straight goals within 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Wings tied it late. Ducks won in the shootout.
I'm going to take a worse player because I got a good one better. And I will give it to Lou Williams. Now, we're going to go a little deeper on this at 7:02. But Lou Williams did not play the other night in Houston, and the team obviously missed him. He comes back last night, played 24 minutes, shot 1 for 8 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and finished with 9 points. It does seem that this team, in terms of wins and losses, sometimes goes the way of whatever kind of night Lou Williams is having. It's weird because he's your first guy off the bench. He's your 6th man. But he's a scorer. So when Lou Williams is putting up shots and not scoring, it really hinders what you're trying to do. And last night was not one of his prettier games. Made his first shot, missed his next 7.
Tough not to give best player to James Harden. He had a triple-double last night in a Houston win. But I want to give it to Brook Lopez off the bench. Everyone thought Brook Lopez was getting traded last week. So they start Mason Plumlee instead, bring Lopez off the bench because he's a little bit banged up. He still had 19 points and 9 rebounds. Brooklyn went into Denver. Now the Nuggets are hurting. They're a bad team this year. Masai Ujiri's former team. But Brooklyn is still, Kevin Garnett not there. They're still scrapping it out. And now with Miami's Chris Bosh gone, Andrew, that Brooklyn may be, look, nobody's a lock in that awful group to make the playoffs among Indiana when they get George back, and Detroit's got Reggie Jackson now. But a couple of those teams are getting in, but Brooklyn's still looming as maybe a 7 seed or an 8 seed that could play the Raptors in a first-round rematch. I take it right now. Brooklyn, if you lose to Brooklyn, this is on you this year.
Yeah, sure enough. I'll give a worse loss to the Phoenix Suns. So this is a team that is still kind of fighting for seeding at the bottom of the Western Conference. I don't want to say they mismanaged their whole point guard situation, but at the beginning of the year they had Dragic, and then they had Tyler Ennis, and they were looking good. Now 2 of them don't even play for that team anymore. And last night they lose to the Boston Celtics 115-110, a game that they were way up in at the half. They had 67 points. They were. My mistake. They were down, but they ended up losing 115-110 to the Phoenix Suns, and that's not good, especially when you consider Sullinger's out for the year for Boston. So there you go.
So we'll hold this story for after 7 o'clock. But stuff gets lost with the airlines sometimes. Pets sometimes get lost. Now that's a rarity and that's ugly, but an airline lost dogs that participated in the Westminster Dog Show. That's pretty. Those are special dogs. Now, Missy P or whatever.
I would say that the owners of those dogs would be decidedly more upset than, say,
well, I don't know.
You and I, if they lost our
I don't know.
pets.
If you had Rover or your cats were on a flight, your girlfriend would be searching frantically, especially if there were snakes on the plane.
It would bother me for an hour. But these are like award-winning dogs. These are these losers' lives.
But you're still allowed to put cats under your seat, and dogs don't bite the cat. Yeah, really? You are. I'm sure. I feel like you're able to. Although someone could have an allergy, you're not allowed to peanuts on the plane.
I've never seen a pet on board a plane.
This is pretty good, of course, but maybe with pets on a plane.
Of course.
Or something out later on.
Of course you bring your pets on a plane.
Maybe they were supposed to get lost.
6:55 Raptors lose, and they lose big after an 18-point lead. We'll discuss it at 7:02. It is 6:55 minus 18 in Toronto right now, getting up to a high of -9 point later on today. Let's check on your commute with line of bulk.
Well, heavy delays on that eastbound 401 as you head east of the 427, right through to east of the 400, primarily in the collectors. They're a lot slower than the express. The reason, we had two separate accidents eastbound 401 in the collectors just east of the 400. Now you've got two right lanes open for you, so you get a bit of a breather through there, and hopefully they will clear it shortly. They're starting to pull a lot of the vehicles off to the shoulder, but at this point, eastbound 401 jammed severely, particularly in the collector lanes from east of the 427 to east of the 400. Eastbound 409 problems to the eastbound 401 collectors. We did have a collision there. It's been cleared away, so that's some good news there. And other routes just beginning to build in the average way by the looks of things. From the 680 News Traffic Center, I'm Lena Balka.
Trending now on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. The Pelicans soar back in the second half to upset the